Is there a way to tell when it is time to change oil other than the manufacturer's recommended interval? This really depends on how you drive the car. The best way to tell is used oil analysis. When you look at your used oil analysis, you're seeing if there's any change in your wear metals, your lead, your iron, copper, things like that. And one of the best ways is to look at what they call TBN, TAN. TBN is your total base number. So just like you take antacid to deal with heartburn because the calcium counteracts the acid, you do the same thing in oil to counteract acid. Because air enters the systems, you're bringing in water, there's sulfur in the oil, heat, you mix those things together and you get sulfuric acid in your oil. So we put in things to counteract that, such as calcium, magnesium, and sodium. Different elements will actually act as a base to reduce those acids. So if you look at the TBN, your total base number, and your TAN, your total acid number, what you want to see is at a certain point the base is going to get lower, the acid is going to get higher, and when you see those two meet, that is 100% time to change your oil. So if you get a used oil analysis a few times so you can get an idea of where you're normally at with a given brand of oil, that will give you the ability to tell if you need to extend or shorten your oil change interval. A lot of companies out there are making it pretty cheap to send in those samples. Amalie itself has an agreement with its larger fleet customers, heavy-duty diesel trucks specifically, where it's done for free. They send in the samples and Amalie monitors the condition of the oil to get them an idea if the oil's performing right in their vehicle and if there's any room for an extended drain interval. If someone is just popping the hood, is there a way other than the manufacturer's recommended interval that they can tell? I've heard of people changing it if it turns black, or they can smell it when it needs to be changed. Oil being black, I wouldn't say is an indication. Your oil should be black after a while, and if it's not, then it's not doing its job, because part of the job of the oil is to hold all the soot, ash, and things that form in it in suspension so that it can be taken out in the filter. If you run oil in an engine and you've run your oil for 1,500 miles and it looks nice and clean, it's not doing its job. It should turn dark just from all the contaminants that are in there that the oil is carrying out. It will also naturally turn dark because it will oxidize, which is one of the biggest killers of engine oils, just the oxidation process. Now if it smells burned, or you can smell burned oil, then yeah, it's definitely time to change your oil, but if you can smell it, you went too far. I wouldn't use that as a way to do it, but it will definitely tell you that you need to change your oil, but at that point you just went too long.